Game on! Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today, finally, I am so excited to have on a 47-year-old from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. His hockey journey has taken him to Canada, the USA, Switzerland, and he is a legend of Deutschland. And folks, I didn't write this down, but for fun is the reason I wore number 10. Came up as a puppy in Waterloo before they traded his ass to my hometown, Elmira Sugar Kings, where he promptly ran amok, putting up 51 goals and 99 points in his last year, winning the Sutherland Cup in dramatic fashion and inspiring the next wave of Sugar Kings, and earning a ride to St. Lawrence University, where he had his way with the NCAA. Named ECAC Rookie of the Year, ECAC Champion, All Tournament Team, First Team All Star, and an All American. Then earned a deal with the New York Rangers and was named an East Coast Hockey League First Team All Star. After 4 years mucking it up in the minors, he headed for Deutschland to spread his hockey wings, spending 9 9 seasons in Germany and parts of 2 in Switzerland. He went on a magical, heartbreaking run to the finals with yours truly and Landshut before
Hmm.
watching me lift the trophy the next season
That was sad.
before he raised it the next year with Munich, vaulting them to the DL. We are now set to muck it up one last time in Landshut, Deutschland, 18 years later, February 7th, 2026. Welcome on, finally, Mr. Brandon Dietrich.
Oh, here we go, Mr. Brandon Dietrich.
Hey, I always tried to follow in your footsteps, and when I got to Germany and we were in Landshut, when they say the guy's first name and the crowd chants the last name, they said Mr. Brandon, and then the crowd would yell Dietrich.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
liked me there. I had a great time there. They were the fans were great to me. So yeah, now
Well,
I don't think I got called Mister anywhere else. That's for sure.
you know how I always tried to follow in your footsteps. Where were your number? Southern Cup champion, NCAA. Then mucked it up in the minors. But then to Deutschland, and you were a Mister. And then you know what? I switched to Bietigheim the next year. Mr. Brent Walton.
You became Mister. There
I
you go.
did until
Exactly.
for 4 years until they asked me to kindly leave.
You're taking enough of our money. Get out of here.
We just need a fitter top scorer.
That's the only reason I came on is because I brought you over. So you owe me 5% of your earnings from every year that you came over, basically. I was basically your agent, was I not?
Well, they gave me an agent because of you, and then that guy tried to sue me.
That
So he actually
wasn't
did
my
die to
fault.
trade 5% moving forward, and all he did was give me the contract that you set up.
I know. It's
And then
amazing.
I was stuck with him. And then the way I knew it wasn't gonna go any further was when
Yeah,
I got the offers after that year. And I had,
yeah,
we had done all right, but we'd gone to the finals. We'd almost won, but we were
yeah,
both like a point a game. But when Bietigheim offered me the deal and Hellbron was offering me a deal, I played hardball. I was like, well, they offered me this and whatever. And then Bietigheim gives me the next offer, and my new agent says to me, he giggles and he goes, "Did you tell them like they offered you this and they offered you that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I guess you're worth what people will pay you." And I was like, "Okay, you're done. You don't believe in
yeah.
me?
Isn't that isn't
You're
that
out of here."
your job?
Yeah, hit the bricks. I thought you believed in me.
Oh man, you don't even really
Anyways,
need one. Here's my hockey DB. Do you want me or not?
but the way I did get there, well, that was a funny story because they needed an extra import because Bill True is getting his pass, and then you needed
Yeah,
someone to play with. They
yeah,
called me out of the blue and say, "You want to come to Germany?" And I was like, "Whoa, what?" And I said no. And then like 2 weeks later, they called again. And I remember going into the Elmira Sip and Bite, for my morning coffee. And then you call me
I
and
called you. Yeah,
yeah, and you're like, "Wally, do you think you're actually going to make the NHL?"
that's what I said to you. I go, Wally. Do you think you're gonna make the NHL? Like seriously? And you're like, I don't think so. I'm like,
No.
well, let's go.
Yes. So what are you doing? And I was like,
Come on
well,
over.
I was like, and then you're like, no, it's like a hockey town and it's like pro hockey and they'll give you an apartment, a car. And I was like, Huh. And I play with you, my childhood hero.
Yeah, well, that was it, man. I was like, yeah, sweet line mate, let's do this. I think I talked to Kuzino about it first.
Oh yeah,
I feel
Kuz.
like I feel like I talked to Kuz, and then he said, well, I got your number through Kuz, I think. And then I think I reached out to you, and then I think Landshut. I can't remember if I reached out to you first or if Landshut, I said, hey, they're gonna call you. I can't remember how it worked out.
It was cool how it worked out, and what's really cool is that we're going back 18 years later, and instead of you bringing me, I'm bringing you.
Returning the favor.
Hey, I knew I started a podcast for free and took up all my free time for a reason, and it was to get trips to Europe, eh?
Oh, I know. I'm excited. That's
Oh my
I got my
God.
holidays. I got my holidays booked, so we should be good. So
Oh yeah, it's game on. And
back to gear. Let's go.
funny folks is, I wore number 10 because of you, because I watched you in the Sutherland Cup. Then I did, but no big deal. But I remember when your parents, when you stick your neck out for me, you bring me over, and then I
Yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't really shoot the puck when I was playing with you. I really wanted to set you up, and Trushka would lose his mind on me. But I remember your parents flew over their first game there when we were line mates. They
Yeah.
got the score sheet after the game, and it was 39 from 10, 10 from 39, 39 from 10, 10 from 39. And we both
Yeah.
had 2 goals and 2 assists the night your parents showed up.
This is gonna work. I think this is gonna work.
Yeah. And that was a
Uh,
magical run to the finals, eh? Other than it was as heartbreaking as it gets, losing in overtime of the final game.
yeah, we lost. They had a big budget too. I just was at an alumni game at St. Lawrence a few weekends ago, and Justin Harney he played on that team with those guys, and it was yeah, they had I mean, they wanted to go back up. You know how it is in Germany, right? The teams that
Uh,
want to move back up, they spend tons of money, and then
and
like we
they
were
they
the
went back up. Yeah.
huge underdog, but to go to what was it, fifth game, wasn't it? It wasn't
That
seven, was it?
we play best of sevens to get to the finals, then they play best of five. How backwards is that?
The backwards playoffs.
Oh, it's
All right,
almost
here's three best of sevens, and then in the finals, it's going to be one
then
game,
when you're
10,
playing
10,
for all the
10,
marbles, let's play less games.
10, 10, 10. If it's not decided after that, we're going to do one shooter.
I remember that series though, because the 2 games we lost handily, and then the two
Yes,
games we won, Martin Cinnabulk stood on his head, and then we were like, "Oh
stood
my
on his
God, we
head.
just got to win
Yeah,
one game."
yeah.
God
No, it
damn it,
was.
losing in overtime. But I still remember after we lost, man. Like I'm young, my first 2 years pro, I'm in the finals, the East Coast, and then that year. And I'm like, man, I get a chance to win like all the time. And then you see
Yeah,
grown men like in tears, and you could tell like Tupel and all the Landshut boys that like that was their hometown to win a
yeah.
championship in your hometown. And when when you're 23, you don't really get it moving over to Germany and what you're really getting into. But like
Oh, yeah.
those boys were playing for their hometown and playing for the trophy. And man, it still sucks we lost that game.
Oh, yeah. Camille Tupel, ice hockey god.
Right, Mr. Brandon Dietrich.
No,
Uh,
that was yeah, that's like a home away from home, really. Those 2 years, just the
uh,
people, great, like awesome teammate, great guys, like just
really, those
amazing.
Landshut guys are like the best teammates I had in hockey.
Oh yeah,
They're
fantastic guys.
they're like British teammates. They're very
Yeah,
much similar. And then my
yeah,
boys growing up in Elmira. But I guess we get into how we know each other. You actually, how I actually got to Germany started well before they
yeah,
asked you. Sometimes you're just going out for fun, enjoying the weekend, and you don't realize that your slow pitch skills and your hockey skills can get you an offer
yeah,
to Germany because the
yeah.
way it happened was Kuz was my mentor at Western Michigan University. He was what a guy to teach you how to hockey.
Oh, great guy. Yeah, great mentor.
Yeah, he says he'll be episode 10,000 if I ever get there.
I don't doubt that.
But he was from Waterloo and I'm in Elmira, and he's going to be my mentor. So he invites me to a puck and ball tournament, three
Yeah,
games of slow pitch, 3 games of
three
hockey.
games of hockey.
And
Yeah,
we had like a professional hockey team. I had my two favorite players growing up, you and Rob Collins.
yeah,
Y wore number 23 and 10 with the Sugar
yeah.
Fangs, just like you guys. And well, we dominated in hockey.
Dominated in hockey. Yeah, it
And
wasn't even
slow
close.
pitch, we had to muck it right up, but we did
We
well.
did. We
Yeah.
did. Did we win? We won a couple games, but then remember that one team, like
Came out
ran up the
naked.
score against
Oh,
us in softball, and then we were supposed to play them the next morning in hockey, and we are like, we are going to destroy these guys, and then they didn't even show up
no,
because they
there's
knew we were going to kill them.
there was a time when they realized how good we were at hockey, our team. A goalie came out naked with just pads on, and another guy came out with just a
Yes.
jockstrap, and they're like, "We're
Yeah,
not playing you at
yeah.
hockey."
Oh yeah, we had like there was other guys from Western, wasn't there?
Well, Paul Ballantyne was a good hockey player. He was on
Valley
there.
was there, Collins, myself,
Coos,
McAdam, who had played with the Sugar Kings and Laurier.
yeah.
What wasn't like Rumble? Was Rumble there?
Brent Rumble is an absolute dandy, but he wasn't in the tournament I played.
Oh, maybe we did another one like
But
this.
yeah,
We're
those
going
were
back.
that
We're
was a
going
fun
back,
week. Yeah,
buddy.
that was a fun weekend though. You play a little bit of hockey, a little bit of baseball.
Yeah.
Everybody's mixing it up, and then we would hit the town in Waterloo. I didn't get into the city like that much, you know. I stayed to Elmira, but
I just
yeah.
remembered you're struggling to skate, I think, after the second or third game, maybe, because maybe you had one too many waters or a
Well,
couple extra cokes or whatever, but we still
I
got through it.
obviously impressed you when they asked if you knew who you wanted as a line mate. This
I've seen
guy's
your
really
skills,
fun. He
buddy.
may suffer in the third, but
If this guy's good on 20 beers, he's got to be amazing when he's had none.
I knew I impressed you that day.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, well, it's funny. That is where I think where I met you then.
Yeah, but like I knew of you guys because I was like grade eight,
Well,
grade
because you're
nine,
watching. Yeah,
watching
yeah.
the Sugar Kings win the Southern Cup for the very first time ever, and
First time.
you and Collins were. That's what's weird though, eh? The year you guys won wasn't your big years.
No, it was the year before. Yeah.
Same with me.
Oh, okay.
I lost in game seven of the finals my last year. Fucking
Oh, that was
awful.
the same as us.
I know it's awful. So like we
Game.
still have a group chat, the team that won 25 years later, whatever it is. And the
Okay.
team
Yeah,
that
yeah.
lost in game seven, I don't think anybody's talked to each other since.
It was his fault. No, it was
Yeah,
your fault.
yeah. God damn
Yeah, he
it.
didn't show up for game seven.
But it really brought the community together, didn't it? Because when you guys
Oh,
did it,
dude.
man, Elmira was rocking for those playoff runs.
We did like my parents would show up before I would get there for warm-ups to lay a blanket down so that they'd have a seat. It was
It's like a
insane.
towel on vacation. Once you put your
Yeah.
towel down, that's
You
your seat.
gotta you
Yeah,
gotta claim
as
your
soon as
chair
they'd
for the
open the
day.
doors, they all run in and put their blankets down. Eh? It's like,
It was insane, man. People were like hanging out of the rafters.
oh yeah, and then they sneak the Mennonites in the back door, and that could get real busy.
It
But yeah,
was
like
crazy.
man,
Those
there
were
were people hanging from the rafters that first
they're
year you
I'm
guys
not
went.
even kidding. Yes, they're
Yeah,
literally hanging from the top, like the rafters, like off the back wall there. It
I
was
think there were some
insane.
fire codes broke at that night.
Wow. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, but you guys won. And another guy that was on that team that I've had on well before you in episode whatever 490 something is Derek Hahn. He had a
Oh
heck of
yeah,
a
yeah,
career
yeah.
too in Germany, eh?
That was my he kind of helped me get up. Like when I first got there, my first year, I started out on like the fourth line and I was scoring some goals. And then I think Butchie went to Skip and said, "Hey, why don't you put this guy up with me?" And then the rest of the season we played together, and he's awesome. So that was amazing. And then just kind of clicked from there. Like we were the team of misfits, man. I wasn't
I
good enough.
understand those teams.
Well, right? Like, well, me and Collins weren't good enough for Waterloo. Nick Delic, Benson, frick, who else did we have?
You had some
Like
tough
Bob
guys
Van
too. You remember
Hooligan.
that huge Doyle guy with the whole arena would start chanting Doyle on the
Well,
weekends?
yeah. He was like the integral part of our big win in oh my God, in Strathroy. Did you ever
I
hear about that Strathroy game?
Was it on the road? Because I think I remembered like we would see all the home games, and then you guys would go on. Like I think I actually went on a bus trip to like a Sutherland Cup final
You
game,
were
like
you
hours
were a
away.
big
I
fan.
was a super fan, dude.
Because we went, it was the round robin, right? So it was us, Strathroy, and St. Catharines. Went to Strathroy, had to win that game in
And you
order
were
to
down
move.
like 5-0 or something, right?
Dude, 5-0 after the first period, and their big guy punched Delic in the face and just dropped him in front of the net. Like we're going into the room, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Like that guy would kill Delic, and guys were like going back and forth. Doyle didn't say a word. We go out for the next period. Their guy got a penalty. I don't know, remember his name, but he's a pretty big guy. Doyle went over to the penalty box. I'll never forget this. tapped on the glass so everybody saw it. He tapped on the glass and the guy was sitting in the box and he's like, "When you get out of the box, I'm gonna fucking kill you." And everybody on the bench just kind of went,
Oh
because
God.
he didn't even fight. No one wanted to fight him.
He was
The guy came
huge.
out of the guy came out of the box. I think he went to the bench, never played or barely played another shift. Doyle scored a goal, and then we just like went zip, and we won 7-5. It was unbelievable.
Making another team your bitch is a thing,
The
and
glass top, it was
dude,
amazing.
you guys, it was old school hockey watching it. It was as exciting as a playoff run can get when
Mm.
guys muck it up like that.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy back then. Lots of
Yeah,
hooking and flashing and cross checking, and it was dirty.
yes, it was. And
Games changed.
I would say as a young buck though, watching those games like as intensely as I did growing up as a hockey guy, I
Yeah,
thought it taught me what it takes to win. You'd see guys get hurt, you'd see guys get crushed, you'd see them battling like their ass off. And you're like, well,
yeah,
this is what it actually takes to win. You see so many teams that don't get what it actually takes.
yeah.
When you see teams that actually win stuff, it's because everybody knows like how far you got to dig down deep, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That was we had a like the whole group. Like I said, if every there was a lot of guys in that team. There's a few Kitchener guys too. So it was like a whole group of guys that was kind of tossed aside by their own teams. And then it's like you're out to prove something, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, I'm good enough in this league, or I can, you know what I mean? And we were told we weren't good enough to play in Waterloo, you know what I mean? And the guys in Kitchener were told they weren't good enough to play in Kitchener, like Pranger and Zettel and those guys. So
And
it's
then you
like,
end up
oh,
winning it all.
yeah, as a group of misfits,
Yeah.
and you have once again you have a group of guys that like we get back together, 20 years later, and everybody's telling the old stories and laughing, and you
That's
know
hockey. No,
those guys that stick
I know
together.
you didn't attend, but I had a golf tournament last summer,
Yeah,
and a lot of the Sugar Kings I won the Sutherland Cup with were there, and I'm
yeah,
thinking, man, that's winning. You put
yeah.
on a random golf tournament over 20 years later, and they all show up
And
again.
everybody shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, that's our St. Lawrence, our alumni, right? Like we had it started. They redid the rink in 20, I think it was 2018 or 2019, and we had like 15 guys go back, and three guys didn't make it because they were stuck. There was a snowstorm in Boston, so their flight got canceled.
And
So we almost had our
this is your
entire team.
generation, and it's because you guys won.
Yeah,
And you guys left university happy. I went there loving hockey, and then we got
yes,
progressively worse every year. And then it
yes,
was as dysfunctional as it got by my last
yes.
year.
Yeah.
I
Get
was
me
still
out of
doing
here.
my thing, getting lots of points. But
Yeah,
man, that like you didn't enjoy going to the rink. You were actually had quite a bit of anxiety and were scared. And
yeah.
for like 17 years, like nobody in my era went back. I went back to a
Until
I went back a year ago
when they
and
won it
got
all.
to know the coach. The new
Yeah,
boys were parking the golf carts for all the old boys, but there weren't many guys my generation. I talked to the coach about got to get everybody back. Then
yeah,
they go out and win it all the same year. I went back
yeah.
18 years later, good number. But then they go on and win it all, and all my boys are all texting again. A bunch of them went to St. Louis for the final game.
Yeah,
Then a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
them went for the golf tournament, and we did get all the boys back, and that was
There
what
you
winning
go.
does, the power of winning.
Yeah. And even when you're not, yeah, it's just your alma mater, right? So it's like
Where,
my coach, the new coach at St. Lawrence was a Western Michigan guy. So he went back.
who's the
So
new
we
coach?
oh my God,
I'll put you on the spot
Brecky.
here. Oh,
Brecky.
Brent Brecky.
Yes.
Ugh.
So he went back, and also my daughter's boyfriend's dad,
Daughter's
Ryan
boyfriend's
Darcy.
dad.
So my daughter's boyfriend, she's dating a hockey player,
Oh
Jack
dear.
Darcy. Yeah, oh dear is right. And his dad is Ryan Darcy, who went to Western. He's I don't know, maybe he's in his early 50s, so he would have been.
Sounds like she's hanging out with cool dudes if they're Broncos, though.
Oh, the guy, yeah, great, great. Actually, no, he's a good kid. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's just funny how, like you said, that all he was like they all flew back to St. Louis and they were loving it, right? So
Oh, I wish I could have been there. All the boys. I had group chats with guys before me, like Coos and the boys, and
yeah,
then the freshies when I was leaving, and then my
yeah,
group, and it just brought it all back full circle. And man, winning is forever. And like you guys have that with Sure Kings, so do I. But then the other way we know each other is you and Collins, and then Dutchy, Derek Hahn, he went D3.
yeah.
But when you're growing up and you got goals in hockey, and like I was drafted last overall to the OHL,
You did?
the last pick.
Did
Yeah.
you get a car?
I didn't get anything, man. I
To
went,
do like the NHL draft, you get like a car or something.
yeah, I should have got something.
Pat on the
Um,
back.
hey, excuses. There was when they
Yeah,
were changing the Bantam draft. There was 5 more rounds my age a year later, but yeah, I was the last
yeah.
pick. There's nobody after me that
I
year.
didn't get drafted, so that's you did better than I did.
Right, but growing up and going to Elmira High School, a bunch of the Sugar Kings go there, and then you go to the games and they win the Sutherland Cup and you see the playoff runs and what it does to the community. But then I also saw you guys get scholarships. You and Rob Collins get scholarships out of my hometown, playing for the team I want to play for. And
Yeah,
then I got to do that. But what I thought was neat was the Sugar Thangs, when you guys go NCAA,
yeah,
think it's really cool for a small town that one year I'm on the Sugar Kings. We go to St. Lawrence, watch the Ottawa 67s play in a Sugar King on that team, and then we go to St. Lawrence and watch you play. And then I see the NCAA, I see the bands, I see what's going on around there, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh my God, I want to do this. And then we
yeah.
go to Ferris State the next year and see Rob Collins and Chris Kunitz just running
Oh
amok.
yeah, they
And
would have
I'm
ran it.
like,
Yeah.
so I watched this guy play for the Sugar Kings, and now he is dominating the NCAA. You're winning Rookie of the Year, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, I want to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, that's good. I'm glad that that helped you because I was it all that's all it takes, right? Like we went I remember when I was playing midget, I don't know if anyone's going to find that offensive, but midget hockey. Um,
I believe they call it under 18 now. We wouldn't want to offend
under
anybody.
18. Sorry, I don't
Yeah,
want to offend anybody, but back when I played it was midget. And
right.
they brought us to Michigan to watch Michigan play Michigan State and I like buddy, my mind was blown. I was like the band's going, the chants. I was
They took
like
the Sugar Kings to Michigan against Michigan State.
no, I was playing midget. I was playing midget
Oh,
hockey. So
midget. There you go. I was gonna say,
U16 or whatever it was, I think it was. I went with Al Fife and I remember we got stuck in a snowstorm and had to sleep in his van. But anyways, that's a whole other story. But we went and like I said, it was just like everyone OHL, whatever. I've been to Kitchener Ranger games. I'm like, they're, it's good
it's not
hockey, don't
even.
get me
It's good.
wrong.
It's not even comparable to
But
seeing
the
NCAA.
comparison and the fans and everything, it's not even close.
It's not even similar. It's like
No,
family. It's like families and stuff. Then you get to Western Michigan, and the whole side of the arena is students that got let in for free and that are
yeah,
there to party.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, it's and that's the thing, right? You see that, and then you're like, and I was the same as you. I saw it, and I'm like, "Oh, I want to do that. And then there was a few teams that called and asked about if we drafted you, blah blah blah. And I was just like, I literally from the beginning was like, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to get a scholarship. And back in those days, right? If you're gone for whatever the rule was, 24 hours or whatever, then you
yeah. I
can't get a
that's actually
scholarship.
why I had the OHL coach on Stan Butler that I had, which my son and I went to his game last year and he let us come down after the game and meet with him. And this is just the guy that drafted me. But
Yeah,
he drafts me last overall and I went to the summer camp thing. And then I played so well. When I went to the training camp, I only packed like, a couple pairs of shorts because I thought I'd just go there to get cut and head home.
yeah.
And they moved me right in with the family. And they're like, no, you made the team in summer camp. Like you're on the team.
Come on.
I'm like, I didn't plan on being here. I wasn't planning on staying. I'm trying to get a scholarship. And then me and Stan had our walk through the lobby talking about it. And he was like, well, if you think that's what you want to do, why don't you go home and try that and we'll stay in touch. And then like halfway through the year, they called me to see if I'd come, and I already had the scholarship. I'm like, sorry, I'm not coming. But he was a great guy and treated me right, especially with those rules where some guys would
Yeah,
try to make you stay longer, so then they got
yeah.
you.
Oh shit, you stayed too long.
Oh
Oh, I guess
shoot,
you got to
you got
stay.
no other options now.
Yeah. Better
How
go
about
get
these
another pair
kids
of
now that
shorts.
can go major, junior, and then go to NCAA? Not
It's
just go
unreal.
NCAA, but now make money
You make
playing.
money. I know it's insane. It's
It is
insane,
insane.
right?
Um,
Like,
I couldn't even imagine making money
but I
playing
mean
at Western Michigan.
the rule was stupid. Like it was. This is way better that the
It's
kids can
better
make.
for the
Like, so you're supposed to
players.
make a decision when you're 16 years old that could affect the next whatever 4 to 6 years of your life or whatever. I think it's a
Well,
no
and then
brainer now.
how many people I've talked to and what the things I witnessed is like, so one coach recruits you, you're stuck there for 4 years in NCAA. They
Yeah,
might fire their coach and a new guy comes in and doesn't like you. And you got 4 years. If your coach doesn't like you and you don't play, you're
yeah,
done.
yeah. Well, but now they got the portal, right?
I know. It's a whole new world.
It's a crazy. So then it makes it harder, like for schools like mine that are like small market schools that you'd go
If a
there and
guy,
then
somebody goes there and runs amok like you did, you're like,
yeah, you
okay,
have a
so
great
Western
freshman
Michigan,
year.
take
Yeah,
me.
next thing you know, the phones ring. You're like, "Hey, you want to come to Michigan or whoever?" And you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
you
oh,
keep saying Michigan. All these kids around here wear their Michigan Wolverines hoodies,
I
and every
know."
time I see them, I'm like, "That's an ugly sweater. Don't wear that around me." And
Who's
then,
the who's the best team now? Anyway, like,
well, I know who the reigning national champions are, and I haven't seen many Western Michigan Broncos sweaters for sale around
no,
Ontario.
they're not. I don't
I'm
think it's
waiting
as
for it,
cool. Yeah,
but
it's maybe it's not as cool. I don't know
I
why.
think it I think it's neat that now that there's this portal and Western Michigan was what it was when I went there. When I first signed to go to Western Michigan, they were ranked in the top 10. I thought I was going like when I got there and it was exactly what I was hoping it'd be, like kind of like
Yeah,
country, but
yeah,
also like a party school.
yeah.
And it was right up my alley, but they were ranked top 10 and then
I didn't
literally
know.
by the time I got there, it just kept getting worse. And then
Well, it's crazy how that works, though, right? Like
it
we
is.
went the opposite. I got lucky. We went the opposite way, right? They hadn't been good for years. They got pretty good the year before I went there, and then my freshman year we lost. I think we lost in the ECAC finals, and then we made it to the regionals and lost to Colorado College. And then the next year we are like, I think we were in the top 10 for like the second half of the season for the most part because we only lost like 8 games that year, and then went on the run and went to the Frozen Four, and yeah, like it was crazy.
Went to the
Like
Frozen Four, eh?
yeah,
And
we
so
went we up
you were right
until
there too. The guys could have been
up.
like the Broncos, man.
I know.
Those guys that won, like this Bump Kid and Washy that went straight to the show, like these guys are legends forever.
Yeah. Well, and they won last year without any nil money too, right? I don't
I
think they paid anybody.
don't need to. We have so much fun at Western Michigan. People just want to come.
It's sponsored by Western Michigan.
I think it was because my class started beer darts in the school, and I hear they still play.
Oh, there you go. So you guys are legends then.
But yeah, like it's weird because I've had on a couple Broncos that I've seen them scoring goals in the NHL now. And like when I
Yeah.
talked to the one, he was in the AHL. The other guy had just won the AHL last season. And I see Max Sasson scoring for the Canucks. I see Ethan Frank scoring for the Capitals. And I'm like, shit,
Oh
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
know I know those guys and they're
I didn't
Broncos.
know Ethan Frank was a Western Michigan guy.
I'm the fastest skater in the world.
Well, because Scotty Murray's the goalie coach there, right? So we've
Oh,
gone the last couple of years to visit him, and then we've met a few of the guys as we've gone. But
yeah.
that guy's
Well,
fast.
yeah, he is fast. His time in the AHL won 2 years in a row. Fastest skater was faster than McDavid, so he's the
Yeah.
fastest skater ever, actually. And a beauty and a Bronco. You know what are you gonna
Oh,
do? Oh shit, guy's got the whole package. Fuck, wish I had that.
yeah. Hey.
Okay. But one thing, I guess we'll go through your career a bit. We've fucking time crunched. Eh? I finally get you on fucking four
I
or
know. I
five
know.
years later,
Hey,
and you
if
time
I do
crunch
it
me.
once,
Hey,
hey.
you know what? I'm gonna move on because we don't have much time. But
Okay.
one thing that's changed, and I'm following your footsteps, trying to do what you do. Um, your second year, you leave school early and sign a deal. And back then, things were different. You could sign big signing bonuses, deals were different. And then I'm going through school saying that's what I want to do. I remember seeing the newspaper articles like when you signed, I'm like, God, I want to do that. And then
Yeah.
my junior year, I have a year, like 50 points. I'm like fourth in NCAA in scoring. And I got teams sniffing around.
Yeah.
Lockout,
Oh.
signing bonuses, that's no more. And then
Yeah.
like the next year when I'm talking about my agent about what the sign bonus could be, a fraction of what it could be. A
Didn't
fraction.
Alexander Dagger in that for everybody, or am I
I
saying that? Is that bad to say it out loud?
somebody did. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you did decide to leave school, so I don't think it would have been that hard of a decision, would it have? I know it was for me because it was a different time in the world.
Yeah, like I after that sophomore, so I had a really good freshman year, and then there was teams sniffing around my freshman year, and I remember it was weird because I was like just everything so happened so fast, right? I'm not good enough to play on the Waterloo Siskins. 2 years later, 3 years later, I'm
Talking
got
to
the
NHL
Bruins. The
teams.
Bruins are coming to watch me, and then like Anaheim's coming to watch, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, whatever. And then so after my sophomore year, the last game in the Frozen Four, I sat down with the head scout of the Atlanta Thrashers, and I forget who the other guys were. There's a couple guys with the Thrashers, and then we sat down, and they wanted me to go back to school for another year. And I was lucky because Jamie Baker, ex NHLer,
Yeah.
ex St. Lawrence guy, he was kind of hanging around the team for a little bit, and he was right there. So he actually sat down with me because I didn't have an agent, and we
He
chatted
would
with
have been in
them.
the show at this point.
I think he was just been finished, or he was near the end of his career. I can't remember. And the funny thing is, I just talked to him a few weeks ago because he was at the St. Lawrence thing. But anyways, and I talked to him about that. I appreciated the fact that this guy I barely know was nice enough to sit down with me and
Help you
whatever.
out.
Yeah, and then so then after that, I didn't know, and then uh, I think I went home, or it was near the end of the year, and the Coach Marsh came up to me. He's like, kind of had an idea that something was going to happen, and then Columbus made me an offer, and then by then I had an agent, and then he told me to wait, which now in time I don't think was a great idea, but we waited, and then the Rangers offered me more, and he was a New York guy, and that was back when New York had all kinds of money, right? So
Well,
I
yeah,
went
there's like
there,
there's
and
no salary cap, and when you're trying to
oh
break into
man,
the league to sign with a team that has the biggest salary in the
yeah,
league,
great,
that's a
great decision.
and like Columbus is just getting started, and there's probably way more opportunity, right?
Yeah, I would have got. I believe anyway that I probably would have got a better opportunity, even in what I mean, the American League, right? Like
Oh yeah, that well,
I go to
having
the
the opportunity in the American League to actually play power play and get points, like I saw it with Paul Shahura, who was having the same rookie year as me in like
yeah,
pro, but then he got traded to a team whose players have been called up for the end of the regular season because the NHL team wasn't making the playoffs, so they're giving everybody their cup of coffee. So then the
yeah,
AHL team had room, and he went there and played 20 games and scored 20 points, and it changed his whole career. And then all of a sudden, he was in the NHL like the next year.
yeah, yeah.
But
Like
yeah, you got to get time.
buddy, I they put me in the American League. I started on the fourth line with two fighters,
That's what I
and then
did,
I was like,
dude.
what do I do? And
Uh,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Well,
I
that's I got in one fight. They wanted me literally. The coach told me to go run around and hit everybody. You don't hit enough, and I'm like, so I'm just supposed to run around and hit everybody?
like
Like, what is
that,
that?
and that's one thing I realized about old school hockey and new school hockey. I think as a coach, at least, you should play your game. Like whatever role, you might have to change it a bit and muck it up a little bit harder, but
Well,
you
yeah,
need to
but
play your game. Like with, you know,
the old saying of "do what you did that got you there." You know what I mean? Like
right.
they
I went
didn't
to the
they,
AHL and they put me on the fourth line with Mike the Destroyer. And
like this guy,
And
Mike
that,
Stroy.
and
Yeah,
then we didn't have a centerman because you had to play one less than four lines. So we
yeah,
would get spotted in very rarely. And
yeah,
then when I would go out there, I'm like, so I guess I'm getting like three shifts a night. I may as well run around, hit people.
yeah.
I even fought a guy.
That's what I did too. I got in a fight, and Dale Clark was on the other team, a guy I went to school with, and he's like, "Dude, like what?" I'm like, "I don't know." The guy's. I was at that point. I'm losing my mind because I'm so
Yeah, you sit on
rattled.
the bench the whole game, and then you're like,
I
well,
hated my life. This is
yeah,
like whatever, however many games in. Nobody under 25 really played. And yeah, and then next thing you know, you're so miserable that you just hate hockey. You go from like the highest of like, you
signing an
know,
NHL deal out of,
signing an NHL
ah,
deal, sophomore at school, the dreams coming true, or you getting the chance. So you're like, you work your ass off and go to camp in great shape, and it's like,
oh
yeah,
yeah, oh yeah,
here you go.
oh yeah. Yeah, I got like right in shape. I worked out with Weidman all summer when he was in the
Oh yeah,
show,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I had like abs for the first time in my life. It was pretty neat. But then I went to training camp, and they had already penciled me in the coast. Like they didn't have
yeah,
interest, and then I go there and play well, do everything they had asked. And then when you're still not playing, you're like, y it was the most I disliked hockey, and the unhappiest I've been was in the AHL when I thought I was getting there and I was doing it, and then I show up and it's like, ugh.
yeah. Oh yeah, that first year, man. Like you don't. I was super depressed,
And then
man.
you
I
see
hated
other
everything.
guys that, you played against in college and they get opportunities. They're on teams
Yeah,
or they get put on the first line and then they go
yeah.
out there and they're standing in front. And next thing you know, you see them in the NHL forever. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh God, what the
How
f
did this work? Yeah. Oh, I
yeah,
know.
it is
So, but
strange, but
that's how it goes. Like people are, oh, well, it's not if you're good enough or right. You got to have an opportunity. You have to make the most of that opportunity, right? If
yeah,
you
and
don't get an opportunity,
when you
what
first
are you
get
supposed to
there,
do with it?
you gotta be ready and like you can't get sidetracked with how much you play or whatever. When you do get on
Yeah.
the ice, you just gotta go out and show them. Or It can be it's a smaller window for some, right? The free agent out of college probably
Yeah.
has a smaller window than the first, second rounder when they get there, you know?
Well, but
But
that
it
was the
is
thing is
what it
that's
is.
I went to I they had two guys first rounders. I think they're both top 10 picks, Lundmark and Pavel Brendel. And neither of those two like made the NHL. I think Brendel had like 65 or 70 goals in the Western League, and Lundmark was unbelievable. And it was just like they just had too many guys. Like they just signed. Like I think I went to the
Everybody,
coast. I went to the coast like finally, which was another bad decision, but um, I went to the coast halfway through that year, or three-quarters of the way through the year, and we had like six guys who had signed like signing bonuses in the NHL in the East Coast League.
yeah, oh yeah. When I went down to the Dayton Bombers of Ohio, um, we had I think we had about six NHL like draft picks on entry level deals at least.
Yeah.
But then we had East Coast guys. But then one thing I appreciated about our coach was he would play who he believed in. It didn't matter if they were on an NHL deal. We had dudes on NHL deals getting healthy scratched in the coast. And
Yeah.
I thought I was pissed off that I was in the coast. And then I see this and I'm like, well, I don't know how pissed off I'd be if that was going
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah,
Um,
but then you don't know how to play, right? It kind of sucked. I was, yeah, that's what you do. You're miserable. And then I
And then
went back
there's
the
the
next
up and
year.
down between the coast and the A, and you went
Yeah.
through that for 4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
And then what was the decision then to go to Germany that paved the way for me? I'm pretty sure you went to Kaufbeuren with Kuz,
I did. I did. So I think the
that
year
riverboat
before,
gambler, eh?
oh man, the year before I had an offer to go to Austria in the first league. And then I passed on it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do one more year in the States. And then, that opportunity came. I don't know how it came up, but it came up, and then I don't know. I feel like I asked them if they needed a D man. Coos, I was hanging out with Coos obviously quite a bit, and they're like, yeah, we need a D man, and then we started talking, and the next thing you know, the two of us are flying to Germany to go to Kaufbeuren, which is like a
What a
bottom end team in the second league, right?
what a barn that was, though, eh?
Oh God,
It
no,
was
I've
like I
never.
was in like a dungeon, but the
Wow.
coldest dungeon I've ever been in.
Yeah, because it's like if there's like a rainstorm, you might get wet going in the corner because it blows in from the side, or like leaves. There's like leaves blowing on the ice, and I was like, "Where the hell am I?" Bars on the windows, like,
It was a small barn and it was cold.
and the team was not good. And it's just the organization. You know what? I'm not going to talk about whatever, but they were always a team that didn't do that well, whatever.
Yep.
And we had one of the most exciting, like to this day, I'll never forget that game. You know, the Pokal when you had to play against DEL teams.
Yeah.
So we were walking into the rink, I remember with Coos, and we were playing, I think we were playing like Ingolstadt or something. So you got this DEL team coming in, and then we were walking behind these two Canadian guys, and we overheard them. They're like, where the fuck are we playing right now? What is this? We ended up beating them in California, like a DEL team, and our team was shit. And we were doing like the caterpillar on the ice. Like it was like
It would have been mental. Yeah.
we won the Stanley Cup, and oh my God, it was unbelievable. And then we went on to win, I don't know, maybe five more games that year. I don't even know.
It is
Well, not
funny,
five,
right?
but
Like
not
the
many.
guys that go over to Europe that don't know what they're getting into. And back, you were before me, and like I trusted you, and you're like, this is a good place to play. This is a
Yeah,
hockey town. And
yeah.
but there are guys that go over there not knowing what team or what they're going to, and like usually it's pretty much the same teams that are good every year, and the same
Oh
teams that
yeah,
aren't, and you can
yeah,
get put in a tough spot.
yeah, yeah. No, I was happy that because I had a good year there in California and I battled, and then Bernd Trinchka talked to me and said, "You want to come to Landshut?" And then I heard good things about Landshut, and then went to Landshut, and we had a great team. And then they signed. I remember it was the same kind of thing. They needed one more guy, and they ended up signing Chris Belanger, who was an unreal D man. And we did. I think we finished second that year in the regular season, and somehow got upset by Dresden. I still don't know how that happened, but um, and that kind of started my land suit. That's when it's the Mister.
Mystery.
I go from I go from California, and the coach is like, "Oh my God, he was clueless." I remember Kuz and I dying laughing because he's like, my favorite quote. I think Dave. We kind of looked at each other. He's like, if we win all our home games and half our road games, we got a good shot of making the playoffs. And we're like, Coos is looking at me. We're like, oh, I don't do the math on that, but I think we're going to be in first place by a long shot if we win fucking that many games. But and then you go to Landshut and had Danny Nout, and he was awesome. And he just was like, go. You know what I mean?
That
Wheel
guy
behind the
still
net, pick
coaches
it up
around there.
and
I think.
go.
I think he was just coaching Bietigheim the other year.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Great
Uh,
guy. Easy. He let you play your game. You know what I mean? He knew what I like to do, and he was like, "Go nuts, go!" And it was awesome. We had,
that's
and
kind of
that's
the
when I first,
same when I
first
got to
met all those
Landshut
guys.
and Brockman never
Yeah,
spoke English to me.
yeah. Well, yeah, they know what you can do, right? So
Yeah, and they're
yeah,
just like, go do it. And then
yeah,
Trinchia just got mad at me for not shooting. Yeah.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, you would
Don't need to
really.
pass to him all the time.
Yeah. Then they split us up, gave me Alish.
Aleche.
So anyways, I guess we're in Germany now. You decide to go over there. You start in Kaufbeuren, which lots of guys go there, and then that can, maybe
Yeah.
that isn't the year you're looking for, but I hear they have a new arena, nice town.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't think they're in that same place anymore. I know what's going on in the world in hockey.
Okay. I
Yeah.
haven't seen or talked to anybody from Kaufbeuren in a long time, but yeah. I heard.
Uh,
I
yeah.
would imagine they'd have a new rink by now. That was a long time ago.
This is Small World was the last people from Kaufbeuren and I saw was at Carl Hudson's wedding. My teammate from Cardiff was having a wedding and he played in Kaufbeuren and brought a family he got close with to his wedding in Orangeville. And
Really?
I had to practice my German. I told him I didn't know English, you know.
Yeah.
We mucked it up that night. So are you going to be able to speak German when we get there? Can du sprechen ein bisschen Deutsch, aber du
Uh,
vergessen viel?
you got a great accent. Yeah, I
Thank
can.
you.
I can. It's still in there. I think I throw some stuff out there once in a while, but I'm sure I'll be able to get by with the day-to-day stuff. No problem. It's all locked in there somewhere.
Well, we'll get
Um,
it out there, right?
We'll get it out there for
Yeah.
sure. And it's always like a mishmash of both. I was always told my German was way better after I've had a few beers on the bus. That's for sure.
I think everybody's German's a little better after a couple because it gets the confidence out, right? You
Yeah,
stop
they're
you
like,
stop caring so much.
yeah, you stop caring and you're just like, whatever. Because
If
I
you don't,
think,
if you don't understand me now, whatever.
well, that first year, me and Kuz went to try to take lessons from this lady that worked like or did something for the team. And we'd go there and we're like, okay, we're going to learn German. And we'd sit there and all she'd talk about is hockey for like an hour. So we wouldn't learn anything. So we are like, okay, so we kind of stopped going. And then over the years, I just kind of listened and like tried to talk, you know what I mean? I tried to speak when I could.
I did the
And
same thing. I basically listened to Hammer and Geipe for years.
yeah, yeah,
They would
those are good
talk
guys to
English to
listen
me
to.
when it was time, but it was in German when they were talking, unless it was to me. And
Yeah,
it was like 4 years in. We're out in
yeah.
Stuttgart and Hammer. I say something to him in English or whatever, and he's like, Waldo, you've been here 4 years now. Says it to me in German. He's like,
Yeah.
this is embarrassing. He's like,
It's
start talking
finally
German.
so finally too,
Enough's
Wally did.
enough. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
so then the rest of that night I had a couple, as you say, and I started doing it. And then all of a sudden I realized I could do it. And
Yeah.
some of those people, you go into a restaurant, you try to speak German, they act like they don't actually understand you. And you're like, how
Yeah.
can you not be picking up what I'm putting down? I'm trying here. And then you
Yeah.
stop trying when they shatter your
I was the
confidence.
same, man. It was like they looked at you like you had two heads and you're like, come on, like I'm getting a lot of the words here. Like
So, and I'm like mayo. I'm like, they want ketchup and mayo with the fries.
mayonnaise.
I'm like mayo. They're like not picking it up. I'm like
Yeah.
mayo, and they're like, oh, mayo. I'm like,
Mayo.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, okay, got me there.
yeah. Okay.
When you stop caring, it's way more fun.
Yeah, I know. And it's very, yeah, it definitely knocks you down a notch. And then you're like, all right, screw it. I'm not doing it anymore. And then as time went on, yeah, like, well, man, that was early on. And then I was in Munich for whatever, 4 years after that. And well, then you go to Switzerland and they speak Swiss German.
Which
And
is different dialect.
the town I'm in, half the city is German, Swiss German, and the other half of the city's French. So
It's a
then it's
mixed bag
like,
of nuts there.
I know, I'm like, good luck, but
That's a
whatever.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's I found it interesting, I guess, how good I was at German by the end.
Yeah.
And when I first got there, I'm like, am I really going to try this hard to learn? Like, I'm here for a year. I don't know where I'm going next.
Yeah.
But what I've realized is how much better it was living there when I could mix it up with the boys in German, go
Yeah.
out and not have to them to like relay everything, where you just kind of sit there at the end, like, okay, when they're ready to talk to me, I'll be here.
Hey guys, I
Yeah.
haven't said anything in a while.
Yeah, still here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
No,
was way
it
more
was, and
fun
then
once
as
you
you,
could do it.
well, then as you go along too, you understand it more than you can speak it, I find. So I would understand a lot that was going on, and then I would just kind of chime in back in English or whatever. So they knew that I knew kind of what was going on. So it got better. And then, yeah, like you
That would have
said,
been around when I was getting there, because when I got there, I knew nothing, and
yeah,
I didn't know anything by the end of the season. I remember the boys had a laugh because the coach kept saying Hoptiki Dult," and it was like we've been there for 7 or 8 months, and I think it
yeah,
was when we won the semifinals and we're out at the bar, and I'm like, finally showing the boys what's up, and I was
yeah.
like, so what is this Hoptiki Dult thing? Like, he says it every game, and I'm like, I don't know what he's saying, but he says it all the time. And all the boys start laughing. They're like, he's saying have patience. And I'm
Patience,
like,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hopefully I've
But
been
that's
doing
how it
that.
starts. You learn the hockey terms, and then it kind of molds into everything else, right? Like,
Well, I wasn't very proud of my daughter the other day. I'm coaching the under 11 gals, and one time I slipped up and taught her some of the words Hammer taught me in German,
yeah,
and like how to trash talk on the ice in German.
yeah, yeah.
She started teaching her teammates these German slang words that shouldn't be
I
teaching kids that.
I throw the German words out there with our girls too. They're U18 now though, so it's kind of funny. I just start yelling it out like harsh in German, and they're like, "What are
What
you
the?
saying?" And I'm like, whatever. I'm yelling at them, and it's yeah, it's funny, but
Oh,
it's
it
still in
is.
there, man.
Well, we'll see. We'll see because
Yeah.
we are going back February 7th. And
Hmm.
we did just see each other at my son's hockey game. That was nice of you to come watch them get
We did, yeah, yeah.
pumped. They had a tough game that day, but that was months ago. They're doing much better now.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. But we're doing this thing. So I
I
heard
know.
you've been like actually playing hockey. I have
I actually
not.
skate. You don't skate at all?
I coach.
Well, coaching, sorry. You don't
Sorry,
play
did
like
you know
hockey?
that the Kincardine Canucks are back-to-back All Ontario champions and under 13 boys?
Well, I mean, I knew that because I
Okay.
follow your
Yeah,
stuff,
well,
but
I
yeah,
tell everybody, but
I
yeah.
mean, no big deal.
Yeah,
No
well,
big
there's
deal.
hockey players in Kincardine, folks, if you're wondering. I'll tell you all about them.
Send your agents and your scouts.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no, I
Uh,
skate a couple times a week
and you
in the
said
winter.
that's with like real players still.
Yeah, I skate on, well, Thursdays we
So
have
I'm just getting on
firefighter
your
league.
coattails again for February, eh?
Just get
I'll
me, just
be
get me the puck, all right?
if you dump it in, I'm not going to get it for you. You know that. Pass it to me on the tape and we can make
Uh,
plays. If you dump
are
shit
you?
in, I'm not going.
There's no dumping in anymore. Come on, that's now you're allowed to turn it over. Nobody cares,
Unless
right?
I'm coaching, then nobody can turn it over.
Yeah, you can turn it over as much as you want. Nobody actually cares anymore. That's the best part. And nobody's hitting, which is amazing too. It's awesome.
Hey, we're going
And
there
you
to
can
win. You better not be turning over at the blue line.
oh, trust me, I won't be.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
It is how, but like that you told me how big of a hockey town Landshut is. And
Yes.
then I go there on your word that 18 years later, which I became number 18, not number 10, by the way,
Yeah.
that they're having us back is so hockey. Like,
Oh yeah.
um, I've been sent care packages from doing this from a few Landsuit people. They sent me, I got pictures of the town, I got stickers, and they've had hockey there for over 75 years. I got pictures of the first team that ever was, and it was 75 years ago, Landsuit hockey, which I believe that was about 5 years ago that happened. So there's been 80 years of hockey,
That's crazy.
and they're bringing us to Elmira Sugar Kings back for a match.
Great from the bottom of the barrel, eh?
Is it? That's something. But I did my last podcast was with the other fellow from Canada they bring over, Cody Thornton, and I
Okay, I
tell you,
remember that name. Yeah.
he's cut from the same cloth, and now he's living in Waterloo, and his wife teaches in Elmira. What a
Come on.
world, eh?
Where was he originally from? Was he originally from Waterloo?
No,
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 you don't
no.
know where, do you?
Yeah. I just did a podcast with him. I was
He's
said
from
it in the
somewhere
intro.
in
He
somewhere.
was a Huron Perth Laker growing up, so
Okay,
he's
so he's
from
got to
the
be.
hood.
Gotcha, gotcha,
Okay. Don't tell
gotcha.
me what
Okay.
actual town. Okay.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't want to throw you on
Well,
the spot there.
he's the last guy I talked to. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
he's a
remember.
good dude and we're gonna have fun.
Okay, I remember the name. So yeah, that'll be good.
He's right in there with the Landshut Mafia. You know them.
Yeah, he played how many years? He played a few years there, didn't he? Like
Like
four,
six
like
and
6 years.
became the captain and won the championship. Man, we didn't fill those shoes. I don't know how we got the
Jesus,
invite.
Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Because what are they now? Are they in the second league? Or are they in the? They're in the back in the second.
They're in the second league, and I believe they were right around first place.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I heard they want us to go watch them play Bad Nauheim, which
Okay.
small hockey world
Yeah.
is Bad Nauheim's goalie is Jerry Kuhn,
Okay.
a friend of the show,
Yeah.
and their new coach was the Cardiff Devils coach the last two seasons.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Pete Russell, who is also the coach of Team Great Britain, that I own some swag from the team from a teammate, so I pretty much feel like I'm on the team. Um,
Gotcha.
but I do want to bring something up. We've talked about Landshut a bit,
Yeah.
not nearly enough,
Okay.
but the year we're done. You brought me over. You say we do this, we do that. You'll get offers, and I'm like, okay. Nothing's happened. We get to the playoffs. They made me see Bible Franz. They wouldn't let me eat kebabs. They wouldn't let me penalty kill until the playoffs. And then come the playoffs, I was allowed to Untersol because I had seen Bible Franz and I had not ate as many kebabs as they knew about. um, so then the first two teams,
Bible frauds. I couldn't remember those.
so the first two teams we put out in the playoffs both offered me contracts, which was Hellbron and Bietigheim.
Yeah.
And it was pretty neat that that all went on. But yeah, Bible Franz, that was tough.
Buddy,
But
that was I felt so bad. I was like, guys, just let him play. Who cares what he's gonna get I was like, he's gonna get lots of points. He'll be a good player. Like, don't worry about it. Like, no, he's gotta go train. Well, you know what it's like in Germany,
can't change me.
right? But that's what it's like in Germany, man. Like, Craig, you fast
So
forward to the
folks
years
that
in
don't
Munich,
know,
man.
I've had a couple tough times in my career that were tough to dig out of. I went to Landshut. I thought I had a tough start. I didn't score a goal in like I think it was like 4 or 5 games. And I remember Brockman, the coach. I
Yeah.
think I had like some assists maybe or something. I
Well,
don't know.
you would have had assists because
Yeah.
you were trying to pass me the puck all the
Yeah.
time.
So then he brought me over to my stick and he's like, it's going to be like a ketchup bottle. You're going to shake it. And once it comes out, you're going to start scoring. So
Yeah.
then that happened. I started
Yeah.
scoring. And then they put me in fat camp. I didn't get a
What?
Monday or
After?
a Wednesday off
I
from
remember
like
Monday. Was it Monday night you had to do it?
I had to do a cardio for an hour on our days off.
Because Monday night was our day off, and I feel like you had to go to the rink and do your Bible France shit on Monday night.
And Wednesdays. And I hurt and I was sore, but I did it.
Yeah.
And that's fine because then I ended up getting offers. And but then
Yeah.
I went to Bietigheim, and after my knee surgery, the coach brings me in around Christmas time. I'm done for the year. He goes, "Are you done with hockey?" I'm like, "No, I'm like 25." And he's like, "You look like you're done with hockey. Your face is so fat." And I'm like, and
Sorry, that's
he
not funny.
he goes, "If you want a contract next season here, you're going to do everything I say for the rest of the season." And I'm like, "Okay,
Sounds good. Yeah.
sure."
Yeah.
I had to ride the bike, the stationary bike, in the sauna, full blast for 90 minutes a day,
Oh, good God, man.
dude. And we didn't even have like iPhones and shit to do in there. I played
No,
solitaire on what were they called? Like,
an iPhone?
no,
No,
like where
not
it just played music,
iPod. iPod.
iPod. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I could play solitaire on there. That was it for
For
90 minutes
90
a day
minutes.
for the rest of the season, like January, February,
Good God,
I was
man.
in the sauna the whole time. There was a couple times I tried to sneak out of the sauna before 90 minutes, and he had the physio guy on his team too, and he was like, "Waldo, that's only 77 minutes." And I'm like, I'm like, "Okay, Franz, I'll get back in there,
Yeah,
bud."
yeah. My bad. My bad. I just had to pee. I had to pee. I'll be
Yeah,
back.
yeah, I have to pee when I've been in the sauna for 77 minutes. No, it was
Uh,
yeah, no, but that was
left
worse than
alone. Hey,
Bible
you're like,
Franz. It wasn't like, the balls or the butthole that much. It was right in between that just didn't
yeah,
agree with 90 minutes on a bike a day.
no, that's a lot. That's way too much, man. But
Yeah.
they're pretty hardcore in Germany with the training and stuff, man. Like I remember
Oh,
like Munich too. It was insane, man. I was like, guys, like this is like too much, man. Why are we doing so much? Like I'm
what
not afraid of hard work, but this is like over the top.
I hope it's changed because they take years off guys' careers by how hard they train when
Oh man.
hockey guys know what to do. There's nobody in the NHL training like that.
No, it's insane. Like we were, yeah, it was crazy. Like
I guess that's why
running.
we had the bodies we did, right? Because we put
Wow,
in the hard
exactly,
work.
right? I didn't get to go to Bible for once, but
No. But so Landshut,
yeah,
bring me over.
yeah,
I do get offers. I end up in Bietigheim. I
yeah,
spread my wings. I go to a team without Mr. Brandon Dietrich, the
yeah,
one guy I knew in Germany. But Hammer and Geipe come with me. And then
yeah.
I
Those
find
guys
out
weren't.
there's a bunch of other Landshut dudes on the team. You got Sarakov, Schmatzel. I don't want to miss anybody, but like then there was the beauties that they already had in Bietigheim. We had a squad.
Yeah, you guys had a really good team that year.
We
Yeah,
were the New York Yankees of the second
yeah,
league. We paid for a team, and
yeah,
it is what it
yeah.
is. We
Oh yeah,
wanted to win, and we did. But we
yeah,
beat you guys in the finals, and I found it
yeah,
so funny that our second year over there, you're on the other team in the finals, and I'm like, this hard guy, like brings me
yeah,
over here. Still
yeah,
like him, but God, I want to break him.
yeah. Oh, I
But
know. Same.
we won 3-1 in the best of five because they didn't want to play
Yeah,
best of seven.
yeah.
And the only game you guys won, I remember because it was in a shootout because you guys couldn't beat us in a real game.
No,
You went in and went top titties to win the game. Did you know that?
I don't remember that.
Hmm.
All I remember was our coach was gone because he was coaching in Hungary.
I was gonna bring that up too.
Fuck. Sorry. Is he watching this?
I hope so, because be
Wow. We
accountable,
got we
dude.
got out coached, I'll tell you that.
So, folks that don't know,
I don't know who's watching this, but
we would finish first. I think Munich's like second. It's the
yeah, we're
finals. You
second.
guys have a stacked team. We have a stacked team. It's a
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
And your coach left before the finals. He said, "Thanks for coming, guys. It's been a hell of a year, coach
Yeah,
all year, but
yeah,
I'm leaving now and before the finals." And he
yeah,
left for the whole series and
yeah.
went and coached Team Hungary.
Yes, yes, that happened, which was I
How did
found a
that
little
make the
strange.
players feel?
Ah, I mean, it was an odd move. I'm not gonna lie
It's
to you. He ruled with an iron fist, so I don't think guys were too unhappy to see him leave.
yeah.
I think he read the Mike Babcock book on how to coach people, so it was a lot of mind games and a lot of stuff like that, which that was his way. And I mean, I didn't agree with it, but that's just what happened. And yeah, and then he just left. It was weird. Looking back, I remember talking to people about it. I'm like, yeah, our head coach kind of left for the finals. They're like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, he had to go coach in Hungary. I'm like, which I mean, I get that you want to move up or whatever, but like,
In your coaching career. But like to me, I mean, I coach voluntarily like yourself. You're coaching the gals too.
yeah,
Which we don't have time to get into today because you got me on this time crunch. But coaching a team throughout a season and being there from the start of the year and you see them progress and then you get to the end of the year and you guys have made the finals in professional hockey.
yeah,
I couldn't imagine leaving my under 11 gals. I couldn't imagine leaving my under 13 boys. If
no,
Team Great Britain and Pete Russell says, Brent, will you come on the bench and bring the fun? You'll just have to miss the All Ontario Championships. I'm
yeah,
not coming because I've been
yeah.
on this team all year.
All year. Yeah. Yeah. Oh
All
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
But
it was a strange maneuver. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not
well,
we were we were we were definitely throwing a little bit of a curveball there. We're like, what?
I
And
was on
then
the other team and I
yeah.
found out how fun winning is in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Got away from me a couple times, but it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, couldn't believe it really. We won in your barn. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe how many fans were there from Bietigheim.
Yeah.
How many were topless. Then I didn't realize how big of a deal it was to
Oh
win in the
yeah.
second league in Germany when I was there,
Yeah.
right? I was still pretty
Yeah.
fresh and not really getting what was going on, but it's a big deal.
Huge deal. Yeah. Big time. But
And
then at the
then
same time, you come to realize like the year after, so you guys beat us. We come back the next year and you find out like ownership wise too. Like I don't even know if our team was ready to make the move because you had to spend $1 million and have the rink and all that other stuff, right?
um I don't
Right?
really want to get into it, like, because
Okay.
Bietigheim, they paid a whole bunch of money to have this team and
Yeah.
win and go up to the first league, and that was the plan.
Yeah.
And then we went ahead and did that, but the same year that happens and we have all these big contracts, Porsche loses all their money because of the financial crisis. And
Oh
then when
yeah.
we do win it, guys had it in their contracts. Like, if we win, I get a 15% bonus because we're in the first league. And
Yeah.
then we win it, we earn our way there, and then we don't go because of our sponsors baloney.
Yeah.
When us
Yeah.
as players have made it, then the
Yeah.
next year you punks come back with like the same team.
Oh,
I
we were
hurt
good.
my knee, don't get to play, and then you
Yeah.
guys win, and then you're all DL players. It's a
We
joke.
not all of us, but most of
Some of
us.
you.
Buddy, we were a
I
wagon
was
that year.
still slagging away in the second league for years on a shitty Bietigheim team.
I think we lost one game in the playoffs that year. The
Ah,
first, I think in the first round, and then we swept all the way through. Like we were, yeah, we had a really good team that year, and it was just like, but it was still the same. I'm telling you, it was crazy. We after the regular season, our coach
he didn't leave
convinced
for the finals.
no man, he convinced the team that we needed to go do a training camp in Italy. So we went to Italy between the regular season and the playoffs and had like a training camp and like
Before the
bag
playoffs.
skating before the playoffs because his whole ideal was always like
You
if
can be
you
in
were
better shape.
if you were exhausted and could win then like you're gonna outdo the other guys like it was insanity man and like
Uh, in
anyways
Bietigheim, we were dealing with some similar things, we'll say. Um,
okay oh
I,
you oh yeah I
yeah,
remember who you had for a coach yeah
I
yeah
heard he might be there in February, so
okay all right
I'm
but
not gonna.
anyways
Let's
it's
just
different
say, um, I disagree
yeah
with hockey players coming over to Germany July 1st
yeah
to
oh
run
yeah you
around a
guys
track all summer.
yeah
Um,
yeah
and not play hockey.
yeah
There was no ice in till August, and they knew
yeah
that, and they brought us over for 6 weeks to run around a track and do three a days. And at one point, there was a lot of things that happened to us, but at one point they made us run a lot of 400 meters. I felt like a track star. I don't look like a track star, but I was. But then they started even making us run carrying weights. Like run 400 meters care like with weights in your
yeah
arms, and
yeah
your arms don't swing naturally. It's a
yeah
very awkward 400 meters.
yeah
They were carrying people up on your back up hills. There was a lot of things in sand.
yeah
Yeah, but
oh I know it's and that's what I said before like sometimes it got like it started to get like crazy back then
I
like
was
we went
because,
to a
well,
week
then you
long
win
training
and they
yeah
know what our coach was like, and they're like, oh, so that must be the recipe for success.
oh yeah
Oh,
same with
let's.
ours same with
Oh,
ours
oh
same with
yeah.
ours
So
yeah
was it we won in Munich with Bietigheim and then head
yeah
back to Bietigheim and have a time. What a
yeah
party.
yeah
What happens when you win in Munich?
same thing like we had a big party we did a parade and then we were on a
Does a big
bus
city like that care about a team like you guys?
like they
Bietigheim
cared
cared,
enough.
man. The whole town was out.
Well, there was a lot, like there was a good amount of people. I wouldn't say it's like, the frickin' Raptors won the, the NBA championship or anything, but and it was pouring rain and they had these buses, the rooftop ones, and we were all soaked. And then we went back to this huge like restaurant thing and overlooked, and it was packed. It was awesome. Like it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it was yeah. I mean, obviously the pouring rain and everything did not help, but it was still kind of it was fun. It was a big deal, and we definitely had and same thing, right? You win a championship, great group of people,
Do you not
great
find
guys.
so I'm going off the rails here, but do you not find it might be a bit different in a big city like Munich winning it than like say Bietigheim, where like
Oh,
those
probably.
guys are like it's like those guys that won in Straubing we always heard about, and it's like these
Yeah.
guys are legends here forever. And
Mhm.
in a big city, like I don't know if anybody from your team got their jersey retired, but when we won at Bietigheim, three of my teammates have their jerseys retired.
Yeah, and I don't even know. And now they've built like this brand new amazing rink, which I'm probably going to go check out when I'm there. And then,
The Red Bulls, they got a
well, and that's well, they were gonna go bankrupt, right? So then Red Bull hopped in. That was after a couple years in the DEL, right? Like,
right, and they went from a bottom end DL team to the Tits.
yeah, yeah.
Other
Oh, our
than
first.
Rob Collins, right?
What's that?
Other than Rob Collins, he goes over there to coach 1 year, and Berlin wins the championship.
Yeah, well, yeah, they've won it. I think they won it 3 years before he got there.
Pretty sure they
Like,
win it most
I think I
times.
remember telling him, I'm like, they better win this year when you're there, otherwise they're gonna have an excuse. They're all gonna be pointing at Collins.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, no, it was great, buddy. I can't. Yeah, Munich was amazing, and yes, I would imagine like if we would have won in Landshut, like it would have been insane. But and I mean, Munich's a huge city, and they've got Bayern Munich is like
right.
religion over there, right? So it's like,
But like when we went to the finals with Landshut and we're a goal away,
yeah,
I remember the fan party afterwards.
hmm
There was almost a vibe of like you guys kind of won because we couldn't have gone to the first league anyways. They didn't have the
yes,
money, but they
yeah,
were like that you guys put on this show in the playoffs and came a goal away. Like the
yeah,
fans were very appreciative, and it was a really fun night at the fan party, which
oh yeah.
I've been to German fan parties at the end of a season that aren't that fun when you didn't do well.
Yeah. My last game, they threw tomatoes and shit at us. So yeah, I think this is a better way to go.
Is that in Kribichow?
Yeah, well, I was in Switzerland, and then Austin Weisick, who I played with in Munich, they were in Krimitschau, and the Swiss season goes shorter, right? So then they usually buy you out at the end of the year because their team was crap. So I ended up going to Krimitschau to play the last couple months with Ozzy and Yana.
And I played against you there. I remember that because
Yeah,
I hadn't seen you in years, and then all of a
and
sudden
man,
we're
we were like hovering around the playoffs. They hadn't made the playoffs in like 10 years or more. I don't even know. And we were like just there in like eighth place or whatever. And we, the last game of the season, we had to beat Garmisch, and Garmisch was out of the playoffs. They literally showed up. Half the guys didn't even get out of the bus for warm up. So they had a couple of guys twirling around, and I could tell we had like this a younger team and the pressure. I was like, oh, here we go. And we just buckled. And it was like everyone was under the pressure. We ended up losing the game. People are throwing stuff on the ice. And I was just like, oh my God, this is how it's all going to end. And then, yeah, that was it. Packed up all my
um
shit and I came home.
that's how it happens quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I had done all right in Cardiff the year before, and then signed back. I'd done my school and my master's or whatever, so I'm like, let's play hockey 1 more year. And
Yeah.
then my knee goes in like November, and then I know I'm done for the rest of the year. The doctors won't clear me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so it just ended one random night playing a game in
Oh, so that's how
Belfast.
yours ended. Okay. Was
Oh
that the
yeah,
same knee, torn ACL, or what'd you do?
the PCL. Yeah,
PCL.
yeah.
Okay.
But when it ended, it was just all the years of mucking it up with a bad knee that it just locked. I was like a pirate. I was trying to pick up my parents from the train, and I'm driving a standard car, and
Yeah.
my gas leg locked, and I tried to snap it through a couple times, and then it wouldn't snap through anymore,
Come
and then it
on.
was just stuck, and I was like, "Oh boy,
Something's not right.
so, this is unsafe."
Yeah.
I was trying to like adjust my body driving down the road to make sure my foot like
Yeah.
would go up and down. It was intense, but then it was over, and I became the pregame speaker. Um, this is a long story, but I've been invited back to Cardiff 5 times since
I've seen
retiring,
that.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's because of my hockey playing ability. I think it was the pregame speeches, but
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah.
I got pretty passionate about them.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. All of a sudden it just ends, right? And then you're like, see you later. And
Right, and then it's to the real world, and now you're a
yeah.
firefighter, eh?
Yeah.
You're
Out of
saving
nowhere.
babies and
Yeah.
stuff.
Cats and trees every day, pretty much. And
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's good. It's similar in the sense that like the whole teamwork stuff, and you walk in and everybody's ripping on each other, and It's
There's one or
yeah.
two hockey players I know that are firefighters now. One or
Yeah,
two.
there's a few. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
just
few.
a couple.
Just a couple. Either cops or firefighters, I think is the yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
the standard thing. But no, I
Um,
knew I wanted to do it, so that was always like in the back burner, and then it
and
just
your old man was a firefighter too, right?
he was, yeah, in Waterloo. So yeah, so I always kind of knew I wanted to do it. So once I actually did the schooling that last year, like I knew I was going to do one more year of hockey. So I went to Switzerland and then I did the online schooling stuff between January and March of my final year. So I ended up in Crimmetshaw, like doing my exam. And then that August, I went down to Texas to do all the schooling, like the practical stuff. And
So
then
how
I
did you
took,
find the transition from like, because you're still in good enough shape to play hockey. I saw you.
yeah.
So how hard was it like saying, okay, now's the time to be done?
I don't know if I knew it was the time to be done or if my wife at
Hmm.
the time was like, we're done. And I'm like, okay, we're done.
Okay.
You need to grow, you need to get your big boy job. We need to, well, I mean, you get to a point, right? Like
Oh
you're,
yeah. When you're
right?
not
Like,
going up the ladder anymore and you
yeah,
realize like you're not going up the ladder anymore, you're like, okay, so how
yeah,
much, do I need to make this make sense?
yeah. Like I knew, you got to work, and then obviously to get into firefighting, I couldn't have waited till I was like 40. Wouldn't have been very, it would have made it a lot harder, right? So I think, and funny thing was, like, I still felt great on the ice, like at 34 or whatever, right? Like, I still felt like I was
Oh, you,
skating well and
I saw
felt
you
good.
playing
And
cribbage. Oh, you're still skating around. Oh yeah.
so, yeah, I still felt good and I'm enjoying myself. But at the same time, you do gotta, yeah, it's like, man, I gotta figure this out sooner than later. And then, yeah. And then you're in the real world and nobody gives a shit about you anymore. Nobody
No,
wants
no,
your autograph.
no.
And,
Isn't that going to be weird going back to Landshut all these years later? Like people might ask for an autograph.
it's so, yeah, like this is, yeah, it's going to be, I've always wanted to go back, but like I said to when we talked about it, it's obviously not something you can just say, I'm going to hop on a plane and fly to Germany. You know what I mean? Like I got to work, I got kids.
There's got to be a reason. And
Yeah.
what Tom's doing with this Landshut icebreakers is so hockey that like
Yeah.
it was just a hobby league team that now
Yeah.
is now turning up games like this that's going to be sold out. We're playing old timers team Germany. Bring the
Yeah.
noise, Polo and the
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
like it's so cool that it's because you brought me to a hockey town and the great
Yeah.
people that are there and the people you meet that we get to go back.
I know this is, and then once I found out that you were going, and then I'm like, man, like, I got time, you know what I mean? Well, I had to make it work, obviously, right? Like,
Yeah, we do. Oh
change of
yeah.
schedules and who's going to watch, my youngest is still at home and then with work I just like I said I just had my vacation pick, so now I got the vacation pick, so now I've got the time off, so I'm like, man, like what else, like this is. And I did an
Us.
alumni game. I had skated it was a few weeks ago there at St. Lawrence, the first time I skated there since I was there 20 whatever years ago, and it just felt like so cool to be on that ice again and like some of the old guys and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, so to do like two alumni games now and
Oh,
in a matter of a few months and see some old faces. And yeah, like I said, Landshut was like it was like a one of those places you'll never forget. I loved it there. I was there 2 years, but it was just like
well,
it just
it's the
it left a
guys
mark.
there too in the
It
town,
left
but
a
like,
mark.
oh yeah, and I think it's so neat we get to do this. But yeah, like going back to St. Lawrence, we haven't even got into that. So
Yeah.
you got me on this time crunch today because of this under 18 girls
Well,
practice.
okay. We'll
Uh,
do another one very soon.
I think
Like,
what we do
okay,
is we go over to Germany, we run a muck, beat Team Germany old timers, you know,
okay,
winning's fun. And
yeah,
then me, you, and Cody Thornton recap the event with a couple of
okay.
the German fellows.
I will 100%. That sounds like a great idea. I'll definitely do that.
Well, like if the
Are you
way I
gonna
look
do
at
like
it,
live? Are you gonna live stream from over there or what?
no, when I only started this to see my friends that I never get to see anymore because I live in Kincardine and they're not
and
here.
you're
And,
snowed in. You got need a snowmobile to get to
yeah,
civilization right now.
or a plane to see your friends, and it gave me a reason to see everybody. And
Yeah,
I knew I was going to do it for free. There's been a couple people sniff around about giving me money to do this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you're not telling
Yeah.
me who to talk to, when to talk to them, or what to say to them. I'll do this myself. And
Yeah.
I do it for fun. But
Yeah.
then when stuff like this happens, I think I'm like, so if I don't start this podcast, would this still be happening? Like, would I actually be getting invited back to Landshut 18 years later? Because it still doesn't really make sense to me. But
Yeah.
if this is happening because I started doing this, then I'm getting paid back in way more than money.
Oh,
Because
100%.
going
Yeah.
back to Cardiff for those games and you get all the boys back and you get to be that guy again.
Yeah.
Like I joined the real world, you work for a living. It's not that much fun. You're
No,
not
it
with
sucks.
like-minded guys all day that are hockey dudes that want to talk about the same thing. You talk about heat
Yeah.
treatment, and I can do it. I know a lot about pipes.
Mhm.
But missing my buddies, it made me want to do this and see
Yeah.
everybody. And then all the fun shit that's happened since, it's like, well,
Yeah.
this is all worthwhile. In this Landshut trip, I've always wanted to go back and see all the
Oh,
boys. And
yeah.
now to actually get to do that,
Yeah.
it all works out in the wash, they say.
Well, everything happens for a reason, and here we are. And now we're gonna go back and see everybody again, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And I mean, I like you said, I can't believe that they. I mean, it all works out, right? With they're on the Olympic break, and I've heard about these games, and it's so it should be fun. I'm excited to get on the ice. It should be a blast.
I'm not excited about getting on the ice. I'm excited about the rest of the
Aren't you
stuff.
gonna go to Bible France before you get there? Are they gonna set it up or?
No, I'm not exercising before I'd be sore. Um, yeah, if you don't work out for a while, then you try to, then it could hurt. So I don't think I'm just gonna ease right into this game.
Well, for my
Um,
job now, I got to, and then yeah, I didn't like hockey for a while when I got home. I was like, this is annoying. And then I found a couple good skates, and then now
isn't
I
it
got
weird
the
when
itch
you
back.
move home after all that you do hate hockey? Like I hated hockey when I came back because I hated where it put me in life. I didn't have the bank account I wanted, didn't play in the leagues I wanted to.
Yeah,
And you got kids to support, and you're like,
yeah,
man, I'm starting all over, and I'm
starting fresh
30.
at 35 or whatever,
Yeah,
34. I was, yeah.
I made it to 32. My body broke down. Apparently, you got to take care of your body to make it last. That's what they say.
Maybe your weights are too heavy when you're running your 400s.
Perhaps. But like the guy that took care of him the best I ever played with, Mark Richardson, shout
Yeah.
out to him. The guy that gave me my Team GB swag.
Okay.
He just became the most games played in the UK league ever. And I've seen his diet. I've seen him take care of himself.
Yeah.
He did it all way better than me. He was a
But
true
that's
pro.
but that's part of your makeup. You know what I mean? Maybe you go
Uh,
that way and it's not, and you're not as good because you're, I don't
well,
know. Who knows? You know what I mean?
I've tried to be serious before,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't work.
I know. And like you said, it's there's so much and then you live, eat, breathe and shit hockey for so long and then finally get finished and you're like, I
Well,
don't
yeah,
even want to play.
and then you got to start all over.
I
Yeah.
know. And then yeah, and then I started playing and then I kind of was like and then I got into this skate on Tuesday nights. Rich Peverly got me in and then now I'm like I got the desire back again because I'm like now it's the opposite. I'm like can I skate with guys who are in their late 20s and early 30s when I'm 47
So
and
you're
still keep up?
challenging yourself in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. So I found this like inner drive to try and keep up with these guys as long as I can and until
So
they say, "Hey man, ride the Zamboni."
I've taken a back seat to the coaching this year. I'm an assistant coach, move pucks
Yeah,
around. I'm pretty good at
that's
it.
the way to go. That's the way to
Put
go.
them right where they need to go. Do they need the pylons on the ice still? I'll get those. I try to bring the fun, take
Yeah,
selfies with the girls, make sure they're having fun. But the last 2 years, I got right into it, fully
yeah,
into it. We won it back to back, but I don't challenge myself physically playing hockey against younger men. That's
yeah.
not something I'm interested in, feeling bad at playing hockey. I would rather coach against people and then see if I can figure out how to get my team to beat
How
their
to
team.
beat them? Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, I
still
try and
quite
do.
competitive. I just don't have the body for it.
I know. I try and do that too, and the same way, like, and I don't take it like crazy. I mean, I take it serious, but you know what I mean. I try and bring the fun aspect to
Well, that's
because I
what they're
mean,
doing it for, right? Like they're not
yeah,
going to St. Lawrence University, signing a
no,
ticket with the Rangers,
no,
going to Germany for 9 years. Like, let's
yeah.
just have fun while we're doing
Let's
this.
have fun. We're going to challenge you, mentally and physically, because I think that's still obviously important. But we're going to make it fun in the process, because who gives a shit about, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I want the girls to leave the season and go, I had fun that year with this group,
Hockey was fun.
right?
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. And
Yeah,
hopefully they want to play again the next year,
exactly. That's the idea. Keep them playing.
Well, we never got into our plans for this trip. We'll
Okay.
have to have a sidebar on the
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
we have flights to book.
Yes, we have stuff to figure
I
out.
think I'm gonna have to get romantic on this trip a little bit, get some time away.
Okay. Well, I was thinking about that too, not you and your romanticism, but me. I'm I was like thinking, I'm like, man, I can like just go wherever.
That's what I was thinking too. I
I
was
was like,
like,
where haven't I
when we went
where
over
haven't I
there, we had
been?
to practice every day, and we had to be
I
somewhere
know.
at a certain time.
But
We're just going
November
there.
and
We got to show up and play a hockey game, and then we could do whatever we want.
no, yeah, I figure we hang out for a few days, whatever, and then I'm like, I don't know. I've never been to Amsterdam. I've never been to, I don't know. I'm
There's
just throwing a
options.
few.
There's
There's options,
options.
right?
There.
Every November and February, we were pretty good. Like during those breaks, we would go places, which was
Then they
good.
took away the February break from us for a while. Do you remember that?
And I think I remember that. Yeah.
Mm. Some of
And then
my
they always
favorite
made it.
memories, which
They
I had a fa
always, hey, they always hung it over your head. If
oh
you
yeah,
guys play good, maybe we'll give you a break.
yeah,
Like
yeah. No,
whatever.
actually, what hockey players want, give us 7 days right off. Let
Yeah.
us take a breather from all this because being an
Yeah.
import in Germany is stressful, and
Yeah.
we are over here and would like to go travel. Please just give us the go ahead. We'll go do that, and then come back refreshed, ready to play.
Yeah. And I'll be
Um,
way better.
yeah, and it is stressful being an import in Germany.
Oh yeah.
Like when you get into the real world and like people get stressed out about stuff, and I'm like, Shh. I'm like, we can figure this out. It's
I
like,
had a bad weekend. I didn't get any points.
right?
I
Or
don't
I
know.
had to take a shootout in front
Yeah.
of 6,000 fans, and if I
Yeah.
scored, we won. If I
If
missed,
I
we
didn't, we
lost.
lose.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like,
Yeah. Oh, I
and
know.
everybody's gonna be talking about it. So
No.
just relax. We'll get
Yeah,
through
I know.
this and we'll
I
figure it
know.
out.
I know. I know. Yeah, and that's the way it is. But at the same time, I loved you remember those times and you'll never have that rush ever again. And I feel like when you're done playing hockey, you miss the rush of that massive game, game 7 or game 5, whatever, that penalty shot, the fans all cheering.
Oh, it's
You'll
also the
never,
lead up to it too, right? When that's all you
yeah,
think about all day and you're laying in
yeah.
bed trying to take a nap and you're like,
Oh,
holy
yeah.
moly, this is a big one tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But that rush, you know what I mean? Like, and then hockey's done and you're like searching for like where, like, how do I
Yeah.
find excitement like that again? Like
Well,
it's
and you're sitting in an office for like 40 hours a week and you're like, so
click,
like,
click, 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 click.
uh, and that's when you start a podcast. And you're like, so I need some excitement. And then what's neat about doing this is there's been some excitement happen. Like Manchester, England throws chocolate on the ice every time they win. And
Yeah.
like all the other fun things that have happened, like all these jerseys behind me. Got
Yeah.
Landshut
I
right
was gonna
there. But
say,
like,
buddy, that's impressive, man.
well, I've been sent like quite a few jerseys from starting this. And like just from in Cardiff, Wales, I got like 5 or 6 jerseys of hockey teams that didn't exist when I played there. And now
Yeah.
hockey's a thing in Cardiff, and like,
Nice.
yeah, but like Landshut has always been a hockey town, and
Oh yeah.
that they think nicely of us enough to invite us back, all these years later means the
Yeah.
world, and I can't
Yeah.
wait to do it. You're going to
Oh,
be
I'm
so
excited.
much faster than me and enjoying the game way more than me. You might even be smiling when you're skating around. I'm going to be suffering.
I still smile when I play. So yeah, I got to train, man. I'm playing on Tuesday and Thursday this week. So
You
yeah,
always looked like you were having fun playing hockey,
I enjoyed
and
it, buddy. I enjoyed it for sure.
yeah, I trucked around out there and tried to get
No,
it
you
done.
did just fine, buddy. You did just fine. Just because you
Uh,
weren't smiling doesn't mean you weren't having fun, I'm sure.
no, but they say everything works out in the wash, and what goes around comes around. And
Hmm.
like when I told you, I'm like, just lock in that you're gonna do the podcast. They're gonna invite you back too.
That
And
was
then you
funny. Look at your
did.
look at your phone tomorrow, and next thing you know, I'm getting a message the next morning, and
Boom.
yeah,
And
oh,
then you're coming. And
yeah.
I think that's really neat. And not it makes me happy that I started this.
I'm very
It,
thankful that you did. I have to
right?
admit, for
Because
sure. Yeah,
now we're gonna get this experience. And when hockey ends and you don't see your brothers that like you're tight and you just
yeah,
go your separate ways and start living wherever pockets in the world you live, you don't get to see
yeah,
each other again. We get
yeah.
to see each other again.
I know, and I'm very excited too because you know that when you go back and you see Hammer and Geipe and
Oh,
Abschi and all these guys, like
nothing's gonna
it's
change.
nothing changes, and that's the beauty of hockey, right? Like we've
Oh,
gone our
everybody's still the
separate ways,
same.
and right, we're all the same. We just have gone and done a bunch of other things and lived our lives, but we'll all go back and revert back to where we were 20 whatever years ago, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, I'm
And it's
excited.
it's it's gonna be a fun week.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Week.
And I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much for
Well,
getting me
thanks for
involved in
finally
this.
coming on and building the
Yeah, I
stones.
know.
I
You
know,
know me. I'm very nervous. I'm not a talker like you.
well, what I've noticed is that there's this generation before phones really started that are
Yeah.
very nervous people when it comes to podcasts. And
Yeah.
then there's me that went through the whole I got a blue Nokia, and then I don't even have a smartphone until I'm in like the UK. And I
Yeah.
went through the whole transition, and then all of a sudden, social media is a thing. The team's telling you to get it. Um, Dave Cousineau,
Yeah.
where are you? Just
Yeah,
scared,
I know.
you
I
know?
know. Buddy, I don't talk to him very much either. He's like a hermit. He's
Busy.
like,
Yeah,
I know,
busy.
I
He's
know.
busy. It's embarrassing. He was my Western Michigan mentor. We're the national champions, and he still hasn't come on.
Still
And
hasn't reached. I know. Hey, man, I'll lean on him and see what I can do for you.
the first time I'm going back to Cardiff, I go to the airport. There's signs for things. I'm get to the airport to get back to Cardiff. I got my
Yeah.
two L's and hockey tail shirt on. Who do I run into heading to Croatia? Dave Cousineau. And it's
What?
like, yeah. And we have pictures together. And that was like 2022 or so when I started this, and I went back the
Okay.
first game. And we run into each other at the airport the time I'm going there, and he still hasn't been on. It hurts. But I got you on before episode
I know.
500, and I
I
wore
know.
number 10 because of you and Pavel Bure.
I
Um,
ate Pavel Bure. That's why I wore 10.
see, and then so I show up in Landshut. We haven't even talked about this.
He
I
played
show up
in
to be your,
Landshut.
yeah, he did. Is that why you didn't wear 10 there? Because I did. Uh,
No, because it was already taken.
Oh, because when I got there and I wore number 10 because of you, and my
Yeah.
email screams that, um, you were wearing number 39, and I was so confused. I'm playing with the
I
guy I
think
wear
I
number
had to
10
wear
because, and you're
39
39.
because 10 wasn't available in Kaufbeuren. Then the next year, I don't think it was available in Landshut, so I went to 39 again. And then I went to Switzerland and I wore, I don't know, can't remember, 19 maybe? Because I ended up 19 in Munich.
I remember
And then I went
that.
back to Landshut, so I'm like, I'm not going to go to 10. They know me as number 39.
Right. And then,
39. 39.
right, nine in Dreizig. Genau.
Yeah.
And what's weird is I went to Denmark and number 10 was taken. So I
Yeah.
wore number 19 and we won the championship
Oh,
there.
there you go. So you're
Yeah.
19 as well. Yeah, I went
Yeah,
to
but then I
19
went to
too.
Cardiff and I couldn't get 10 or 19. So then I became 18 because it was kind of similar.
Yeah. Were
And now
you?
I'm
Yeah.
an 18.
Okay. Yeah. It looks familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. But we got a big
Okay.
game to play. I wonder if they're going
We
to put
got a
me in
game to
number
play. Well,
18 or 10, but um it, I I'm looking forward to getting on the ice with you. I can't wait to see you come out and they're like, "Mr. Brandon."
oh, it's going to be
I just
fun.
yeah, I can't wait. Like it's gonna be so much fun to see those boys, and that's hockey. When stuff like this comes up, there's not many people that played hockey over there that are getting these opportunities. I don't know why
Oh,
it's happening
yeah.
for us, but gosh, it's neat. So
I know.
we should embrace it this time, when you get
I'm
over there,
I'm
sometimes
embracing it.
sometimes you get over there, you don't realize all the things you're doing, and then
Yeah.
when this happens 18 years later, that's hockey.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it, buddy.
Okay, well, we'll go muck it up in
Yeah.
February, and then we'll have a recap with Mr. Thornton afterwards.
Sounds good. Sorry it took me so long, eh? Maybe I'm a little
Uh,
shy. I don't know.
I was just a bit upset for a couple years,
Are you
but
happy now? Did I make your heart happy?
it feels a lot better. Yeah, it's been a long grind. It's been a long grind, but yes, my heart is healthy and
That's good.
all things are good and we got you on. It just took some effort and we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, buddy. I
Yeah.
appreciate, and yeah, we'll be chatting very soon and figure out what we're doing come February here.
Well, and I hear Abshi is no longer willing to put on the Schlittschuhs. So I don't know who our Lynx Außenstürmer is,
Oh,
but
look at
it
you go, eh?
thank you. It would be nice if Peter Abstrader would lace the skates on one more time to be
I
our
would love
line
to
mate.
see Apsey on my wing because there's not often I've ever played with a guy who scored a goal and then we got to the bench and he had a snooze stuck in his lip. That
Remember
doesn't happen
that?
very
I
often.
still remember that. Is a period just started. We take the face off. They spring him for a breakaway right off the center draw. He
Yeah,
goes in, goes top cheese, comes to the bench and looks at us and
yeah, and he just goes,
pulls out the biggest snooze I've ever seen and goes, "Boys, that's hockey." And he threw it on the floor.
yes. I died laughing. I love it. Love it.
It was hockey. That was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's a hockey player. He could play, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ice
What?
cold, ice cold. He's one of these guys. Ice cold veins, man. Oh, he's a beauty. Looking
Well,
forward
I
to seeing
guess
him.
we better let you get to your
Yeah, I better
gal's
get going. I gotta be
practice.
late. I gotta go pick up my kid. She's gonna be waiting on the curb for her dad to pick her up.
Well, we can't have that. This has been another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Deets and Wally.
See you.